Unscripted.
One of the exciting things that comes from competition between companies is the excitement of the unknown and the excitement of things like rumors, and that's exactly what we have right here. And this is something that I feel like is very exciting and could be the product of, the competition that we're seeing between Microsoft and Sony right now. Now, I know a lot of people just look at me strange when I've been talking about how you need competition to really kind of have any kind of real enjoyment. Like you need that. Life needs that. Everything needs that competition. Can you imagine like sports if people just weren't like sports fan, didn't have teams that they cheered for? And how lame would it be if they were just saying, let's just hope both teams have fun and stuff like that? I mean, there's memes and stuff like that, but in reality, everybody picks somebody to cheer for. Listen, people cheer for politicians, right? Like, I know people think that it's silly or whatever. We cheer for cars. We buy a certain type of car, right? Maybe we like Chevys. Maybe we like Fords. Maybe we like imports. Like, it really depends on the type of person you are. But when you have competition, things get better for everybody. And the reason why things get better for everybody is you have people competing, hence competition, for our money, for our attention. And that works out extremely well for like fans and things like that. Now, as gamers, we kind of lucked out because Sony was like kind of running away with things, and that's never a good thing. Sony maybe gets a little cocky here or there, and that's just one of those things where we kind of look up at this and we go, well, you know what, this probably isn't going to work out tremendously well for us, but at the end of the day, we're gonna see what happens. And I like the fact that to be honest with you, Sony has done a really good job of kind of coming back and making things right, and the reason why they're coming back and making things right is quite simply put, Microsoft is doing a damn good job themselves, and that's something that I think a lot of people probably didn't realize was happening, right? Like, just think about that, okay? Microsoft has done an incredible job of getting some games out there and staying relevant, despite the fact that they honestly haven't really had any games per se to play. And so, yeah, that's definitely something that I think most of us are going to have to kind of deal with and put up with. But, still, they've done a pretty good job of coming back and doing that. And now we have Sony, it looks like, coming back and doing their own thing. And you know what? This is something that really, really kind of blows my mind, and I want to get into it because I know a lot of you are going to be excited about it. What's up, everybody? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. I really do appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate that as well. It helps out the channel, and it means a lot to me personally. If you guys are looking for a way to help out a small little crappy channel like mine, the best way to do it, a simple like. You guessed it, free for you, but means everything to me. And maybe take a minute to consider subscribing or hit that bell so you're notified of everything as soon as it drops. I do at least one video a day, but oftentimes more than that. And anything you guys could do to help out would be much appreciated. I know I got a few fans out there, so yeah, definitely much love and much appreciation. Shout out to all the old subscribers, new subscribers, and everybody in between. Thank you guys very much. So anyway, it looks like with Microsoft buying up a lot of these studios and stuff like that, exclusives are becoming more important than ever. And now we have a situation where it looks like Remedy Games may be developing an exclusive game for the PlayStation 5, and there's a rumor that it could even be Alan Wake 2. Will that be the case? There's a compelling argument for it, and I can link this in the description below. You guys can check it out. So I will talk about this. Following the enormous success of Control, Remedy Entertainment is focused on its next projects, up to 5 new games, along which could be an exclusive game for the PlayStation 5. At least that's what Sony seems to be showing. The rumor stems from a LinkedIn profile of Claire Bromley via Gaming Bolt, PlayStation's global third-party producer. For the past few days, Bromley has been sharing different Remedy Entertainment job postings and sharing posts from the studio's COO of communications director and audio designer. In itself, the fact would not be too important, since it's true that Bromley shares offers from different third parties, but things get interesting when corroborated by an insider who previously advanced Xbox and PlayStation news that ended up being a reality. According to the insider, Remedy would not only be working with Sony on a new game, but it would be completely exclusive to PlayStation. So this person says, as far as I'm aware, this rumor is real. And he blanked out somebody who was sharing information with him. He says, you know the other Remedy game? Yeah, the other Remedy game. It's a Sony game. And he says, okay. So it looks like possibly this is 100% full exclusive according to the rumor, but also remember that this is also a rumor, so it should be a little bit too early to say 100%, but it does sound like something that Sony would do, because Sony's been doing that a lot lately. Like, they've been trying to get out there and get as many quote-unquote exclusives, whether they be timed or whether they be forever or whatever. I think that that's very important to them going forward. You know, and you also have to keep in mind, before everybody goes, well, didn't they just sign this huge deal with Epic Entertainment or whatever, right? Yeah, but they also invested recently to the tune of almost $300 million into Epic Games. So, you know, these could be some fruits of that labor. That's a lot of money. We'll have to see how that kind of turns out. But could you imagine an Alan Wake 2 being exclusive to PlayStation 5? I think that would be pretty awesome, and I think that would take people by surprise. And, you know, again, I think that type of game, and I know I might get some crap for this, but something like Alan Wake 2, those real story-driven, narrative-based games would probably do much better on the PlayStation side of things. And I'm not really knocking Xbox, because I think Xbox has done a good job of kind of trying to get away from the being called the shooter box or whatever. But, you know, at the end of the day, you know, I just feel like that tends to be more of what Microsoft kind of relies on. You know, and now they've kind of done that. So, you know, with the acquisition of like Remedy, I don't think they're going to really kind of completely ever get away from that, because, you know, like Doom, Wolfenstein, Halo, Gears of War, they've got a lot of shooters. So, you know, it's really going to be interesting to see how that kind of works out. And, you know, for me personally, I just find it to be kind of funny and a little bit incredulous as well, because, you know, like, again, Microsoft at one point owned the publishing rights to multiple Alan Wake games, and Phil Spencer gave them back to Remedy. You know, apparently, from what I understand, he was never a big Remedy fan, never a big Alan Wake fan, and, you know, there was some kind of issues there going on, which is why we never got a sequel to Alan Wake. I mean, obviously, Alan Wake underperformed a bit when you take everything into consideration, because, you know, that game was I don't want to say a flop, but I think it eventually did end up selling 5 million copies, but only when it was like super cheap and like available for like $1 here and there. So, you know, it is going to be funny to see how this kind of works out and how people react to this. I personally think that it would be a fantastic move, and I've said for a while I thought it would be smart for Sony to go out there and actually buy Remedy Entertainment, because it could change a lot of things. You know, it would definitely keep you know, keep them kind of on their toes and things like that. And I think that that's exactly what needs to happen, like, long term. They definitely need to kind of keep everybody pumping out exclusives and things like that. And that's a super important part of this business, keeping your people happy and stuff like that. So I do think that this could go a long way, and expect to see more of it. I mean, think about it. Forspoken, Final Fantasy 16, possibly Alan Wake 2. These are all games that could fill the interim for Sony, right? Like, they could keep Sony afloat, they could keep Sony going while their studios go out there and make other deals and get their games made, because that takes time. Like, this is like, see, this is the part where it gets me, right? Like, Sony, right, you have your studios like Naughty Dog, who just released their big game in 2020, and Sucker Punch released theirs in 2020, and you had you know, Bend with Days Gone in 2019 or whatever that was. So it takes a while to reload those and come out with another game. So you have to have stuff in the meantime. And this is where it's smart thinking going forward, because you want to be able to go, oh, well, you know, we don't really have anything first party wise, but hey, we got these, you know, 4 AAA, you know, third party exclusives or timed exclusives or what have you. You know, I think that's super important to kind of keep going and to keep kind of going forward. And I think that would be a very smart move by Sony. And obviously, they're a very intelligent company. I mean, they've been winning ever since they entered the market, you know, back with the original PlayStation. So yeah, this is stuff that I think they're going to continue to do very well with, and they're going to continue to kind of I think, do that competition thing with Microsoft. That's where it all comes down to, right? Like, you got to get it done no matter what. And this is what always pissed me off about Microsoft is, why didn't Microsoft do this for years while, you know, while Sony was doing that? I mean, even the last few years with Game Pass, with their lack of exclusives, they should have been doing what they did with Outriders in the show all along, which is, you know, get people on board with these big day and date AAA release. So, very interesting stuff. I would really love and appreciate your guys' thoughts and opinions on this. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. Rack 'em up. Game on, my friends. Game on. Crapgamer out.
Unscripted.